Now, the report also talks about how the Democrats who did this investigation were limited. They fought aggressively through years of litigation to gain access to only a portion of the Antichrist business records. Oh, there is so much more. You know, I mean, you don't need to be an accountant. You don't even need to be, you have the IQ above that of a gently stewed rhubarb stalk to understand that Trump, the Antichrist, is such a liar, such a cheat, such a con artist, such a grifter, that the amount of money that he sucked off from all these different foreign governments, the total will never be fully discovered unless the foreign governments willingly provide the information, which they won't, because, you know, they're counting on Trump being the so-called leader of the free world again, and they know how easy it is to manipulate the bastard. But anyway, after the Democrats won the court rulings, the longtime accounting firm for Trump, you remember that, Misuse. Remember that organization, Misuse USA? And they had cut ties with him and his family business. But anyway, Misuse began in 2022 turning over documents related to his financial dealings. I think the people who run Misuse USA are worried, and well, they should be, about the charges of corruption and thievery and lying and cheating that could be and probably will be leveled against them. And that development came after the Misuse accounting firm said it could no longer stand behind, I love this, we could no longer stand behind a decade of annual financial statements that we had prepared for the Trump organization. Gee, I can guess why. But they did this for 10 years, and year after year after year, this organization lied through their fucking teeth. They knew what they were doing. They had to have known what they were doing. And in last year, in 2022, actually, they said, wait, stop. We don't represent the Trump organization anymore. As a matter of fact, we cannot even verify all the reports that we put together for the Trump organization over the past 10 years. I mean, what the hell kind of a statement is that from an accounting firm? Well, you can answer that yourself. Now, once the Republicans got control of Congress with what is now, their 2-vote margin, the Christian fascists, I should say, they dropped the effort to force Misuse to continue in producing documents about the Antichrist business dealings. And then you have this filthy Christian Nazi bastard, James Comer, a Republican in Kentucky, and the chairman now of the Oversight Committee. He made clear that he had abandoned is the word the Times uses, any investigation into the Antichrist financial dealings, and he was instead focusing on whether Joe Biden was involved in an influence peddling scheme. Why, of course, Comer, you rotten little prick, you. Of course that's what you're going to do. Because you know, you ignorant savage, you do know, don't you, James Comer? You do know the truth. Of course you do. But because you're a Christian fascist, you are going to worship at the smelly feet of the Antichrist, and you're doing a good job of it, I might add. Now, even with the action taken by Comer, Democrats said they had received key material before the investigation was shut down. The report from the Democrats says this, quote, critically, even this subset of documents reveals a stunning web of millions of dollars in payments made by foreign governments and their agents directly to Trump-owned businesses while Trump was in the White House. These payments were made while these governments were promoting specific foreign policy goals with the Trump administration, and even at times with President Trump himself. And as they were requesting specific actions from the United States to advance their own national policy objectives, end quote, from the report. You do understand what that says, what that means. Here's what it means to me. It means what we've learned about the documents, the classified documents, for example, that the Antichrist stole and took with him in order to sell at a later date or bargain at a later date. Trump has no respect for anything, any plans, ideas, classified information, schemes, legal and illegal, of the American government. If Trump gets his filthy little stubbly fingers on them, they are going to be something that he will eventually use as bartering tools, either for direct money to go into his and his filthy family's pockets, or to get what he wants from foreign governments. And Trump knows, the Antichrist knows the degree to which foreign governments will do anything to get classified U.S. information, especially if it concerns our so-called intelligence agencies. And Trump is willing to give away anything and everything. Well, I'm sorry, give away my ass. He is willing to sell anything and everything. He doesn't give a shit except about the money. Show me the money. Now, the report that was released today, and I know this won't register in the little reptilian minds of his cult, but the report is a result of a multi-year investigation into the Antichrist's receipt of payments from foreign-controlled entities while he was in office. And that investigation began in 2016 under the leadership of Representative Elijah Cummings, a Democrat of Maryland, who, by the way, died in 2019. But that's when when the investigation began. This is 2024. It's taken them 3 years to put all this together. And the report noted that the Antichrist liked to brag about the wealth of foreign governments had provided him, including at a campaign rally in 2015, when he said that his personal financial incentives might influence his dealings with other governments. He said that during a campaign appearance in 2015, and it was immediately, this is true, immediately picked up by the intelligence agencies of foreign governments who are, like Trump, corrupt as hell. And they made note of what the Messiah had, what the Antichrist had said. That, hey, I just might, be open to deals with foreign governments. Depends on the amount of money you've got to offer me. Here's the thing. Well, wait. He said at that rally, this is what the report, according to the New York Times, the report quotes him as saying this. Quote, Saudi Arabia, I get along with all of them. They buy apartments from me. They spend $40, $50 million. Am I supposed to dislike them? I like them very much. I mean, if anything, the report is one more, what should be a nail in this rat bastard's coffin, where it concerns the presidency again. And it should be one more piece of proof to the Christian and sane people in this country that they are sucking up to and washing the feet of the Antichrist. And they're doing it as John of Patmos predicted they would do it in the book of Revelation. They're doing it. Rather than saying, okay, look, we're Republicans. We're the party of Lincoln. Used to be anyway. We can't tolerate this miserable, rotten bastard any longer. Why aren't they doing that? Why aren't the Christians doing that? I mean, they wanted Trump to stack the Supreme Court with Nazis like them who would destroy a woman's right to privacy. Okay, you miserable pricks, you got it. Why are you continuing to support this miserable lump of wasted protoplasm? Why? Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. The Progressive Voices Network brings you commercial-free commentary from today's leading progressive radio hosts and pundits, like me, Mike Malloy, 24 hours a day. I'm not your typical old guy from the 80s or the 90s talk radio host, and Progressive Voices is not your typical Talk Radio Network. It's a listener-supported nonprofit with no corporate control whatsoever over our broadcast. So hosts like me, Mike Malloy, are free to rant and scream and carry on about whatever we like. We're often controversial, but we're never boring. Weeknights, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West on the Progressive Voices Network. Always progressive, always on. I'm Mike Malloy. Keep it lit.